Going viral, bro. We went crazy viral this last week. This is good.
Yeah. Nice and warm. Comfort. It's like we're getting hugged.
It's like, bro, we just keep making
just out of nowhere
improvements all over the place. Like, we're so new and we're still just making improvements, bro.
Just little improvements here and there.
We got to show the kick cam.
Oh, the kicks. I'm bloodied out. Literally. Like I just stepped on
Like a
pile of blood.
Didn't know how else to describe that.
Yeah. Because we can't say I don't know any fruit punch.
Fruit punch. We're in a pile of fruit punch right now.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, welcome back to Creative Culture. Man, this thing has just been growing.
It's been real fun, dude.
And it's hard because, or it's not hard, it's crazy because it usually takes a long time for people to kind of get traction and stuff like this. But I think for us, it's just so refreshing to just like sit back and chill and talk. And for me, like the editing portion of it is so like just an
you
outlet.
still haven't let me edit on one.
It's kind of my way of giving back, bro, because
you're like, I got it. I'm like, all right, okay.
Man, you have clients and stuff that you need to worry about with the studio. And I'm like, he doesn't need an extra thing to edit when I knock it out pretty quick, you know, and it's fun for me to do. So that's kind of like my way of
it's kind of like your
giving, I guess.
Where you kind of find your like relaxation in a sense.
Oh, for sure.
Because like for sure. I was talking to Ashley about editing and she told me, she's like, I just feel so like at peace when I'm editing.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
I'm like, okay.
I'm with that. But bro, our first point I wanted to talk about with you just in this one is going viral, bro. We went crazy viral this last week-ish, last 2 weeks.
Like, yeah.
Almost like 400,000 views
in the span
on TikTok.
Of just a couple days.
A couple days, really. And it's still like getting views.
Fluctuating, yeah.
And so now all our other videos are getting views.
Wow.
And so just to give you some context here, we started that TikTok, like we had 30 followers or something like that as we were just putting out little clips here and there. And with those couple of videos, like blasted off. Now we have almost 1,100 followers with like close to 60,000 likes.
Crazy.
And yeah, bro, it's been crazy.
It's been very organic. This is the first time that I've ever experienced like something that fast, that quick. And it was just like, I think Ashley was more excited than I was at first.
I was going to ask you because I was like, I don't know that he's ever had like a viral video.
Like, I think the most I've had is maybe like 20,000 views. Yeah. And to me, I get excited for 100 views. Like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And when that happened, I didn't really know how to process it at first. Ashley was the one that was like really, really like excited for me. And she's like, you're not happy? I was like, I just don't know how to process
this.
It's
weird, right?
It's weird. It took me like, honestly, it took me probably until my best friend Malik called me. Yeah. He's like, hey,
your video going crazy.
He's like, you good? I was like, yeah. You sitting down? I was like, what's up? Bro, I was on your TikTok, and he just like 100,000 views. And I was just like, and I think when I heard his excitement, that's when I was like, okay. But then my mom, I don't know why she has a TikTok, but she does now. And she even was like, hey, mijo. And then I was like, okay, that's when it kind of like, because it didn't hit me too hard at first. And then it wasn't until like others around
people
me.
Noticing.
And I was like, holy crap.
Bro, it's insane. Like what one video, and it's funny because one of the topics that I had on here is one video can change your life.
I saw that on our notes.
And it's interesting that I put that because like a few days later, like we have 2 videos that just go crazy. And, you know, a lot of that is to Sean too, just for the content and, you know, helping. But I think it's just like, it's so crucial because the way TikTok works and the algorithm works is that it pushes to your local location first. So it's going to push out to this area. Yeah. And if it hits, like a lot of people know who Sean is locally. Yeah. So when they start seeing his face on TikTok, it just keeps going and going and going. And now the region where it's posted just keeps getting bigger. And that's what happened.
You know how I know it was crazy? and that we're kind of like I guess you can say like we're doing something here.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I always knew we were doing something, but like what hit me was on Thursday I went to Art Hop.
Oh shoot.
And because really good friends of mine, Mas Fresno, Anthony, and a few of my vintage friends, right?
Yeah.
They have they were there for their section, and when I went there, their first thing was like, "Yo, that creative culture is crazy," and I'm like,
"Come on!"
I was like, "You watch that?" You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I was
come on.
When he said that, I was just like, "Wow!" And I had like 3 or 4 guys come up to me about that, and I was just like, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Hey, bro, I just followed. I just subscribed. Like, your stuff is insane.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow. And I went to Guitar Center yesterday. And I know one of the guys there. And I never even told him that we're doing this. Because I haven't been to Guitar Center or whatever.
Yeah.
And I went to go, I went with Joey we were to go get some snare heads for the church.
Sure.
Long story short, bro, he's like, hey, creative culture. And I was just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
He doesn't even have social media.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how did you hear about it? He's like, well, long story short, my wife TikTok that video. I end up clicking. I told her, hey, go to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
They both subscribed. So now they're like, hey, we've watched everything up till now. And I was just like, wow.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
It humbles you a lot.
It does.
Like,
and
it's crazy.
When we had the shift, like we had a video, I think it was V singing, and that went crazy too. That's how like we started blowing up. I think it got like 500,000 views.
Wow.
Or because it was when Reels was like really starting, and they were pushing a lot of views.
You hit it heavy.
We had a few videos in a row that hit for sure over 100,000. I don't know for sure amount, but like, I think the first time I was like, I don't know that I want to do this, because it like scared me almost, because you start getting comments from the most random people. And of course there's like really hateful ones for no reason at all.
Don't make no sense.
How did you get like nervous at all? Like, I don't know that we should do this, or what was like your feelings about it?
So to be honest, like, when I was 14 years old, I got prophesied something too. But I also got prophesied the same thing at 11 years old, at 8 years old, and then I got prophesied the same exact thing a few years ago. Mm-hmm. But the one thing that stood out about when I was 14, he said that, remember how I said God gave my dad a pulpit?
Right.
He gave me a camera.
We're making merch out of that. I'm telling you, bro.
Well, I had gotten I might get emotional, but
yeah,
when I was in Puerto Rico, the same person that prophesied that at the age of 14 somehow got my number, don't know how, called me while I was in Puerto Rico with my grandmother, and they said there's going to be a video that you're attached to that's getting ready to expose you and whoever's around you. And I was just like, okay, like, you know. And she later on went to say a few other things, but then she said the group that you're getting ready to encounter with and the group of people that you're getting ready to be close with are going to go crazy. Like, you guys, she said, like, you're now entering into the circle that you were supposed to be a part of.
Wow.
From the beginning.
Jeez. So
then when this video did what it did, I didn't know how to react. I didn't know how, like, emotions. I didn't get nervous. I was just like,
this is like for real.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Like, are we paying for views? I know Aaron ain't gonna be spending no money.
I don't got the money.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know, I know you wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
No cap though. When I first started on YouTube, I did.
But who hasn't?
Yeah, like my very first account, the one me and V had, like, I bought subscribers, I bought views, and then I'm like, but it's all trash. Like, nothing. There's no value.
Yeah.
You know, there's no real community. You're just like pumping your own clout, making yourself feel good about
I know
views.
some people who do that to this day.
It's sad, man. I
think if you do maybe a sponsored ad for your Instagram stories, I don't see a problem with that.
No.
But like buying views,
it's bots, bro. It's nothing.
Yeah.
And you'll get banned for that. But sorry, continue.
No, but that happened, and just I really felt like I got emotional though. I did. I started, like, when the videos went like that, I was just like, my eyes got watery.
Yeah.
I'm an emotional dude, so I don't care.
It's all good.
And Ashley was just like, for my wife to say, babe, you were called to do this, and look at it now. And she's like, something tried to stop you in 2020, in the beginning of 2021, and now look at you.
You know, dude, I don't even know how to like, because we've had a couple of videos, like we haven't made it. We're not close.
No,
you know, we
no.
have 1,000 followers on TikTok, and it helped us almost get to 100 on YouTube. But like, it just kind of goes to show, like, and I told V this, I echoed the same thing. Cause when you text me something really like from your heart, like, you know, I'm grateful to do this with you, and, you know, vice versa. But it just had me think about like, bro, we haven't even really tried yet. We have not even tried yet. We're like barely like dipping our foot in, and like, boom.
Yeah.
Like God, it's crazy because like, I feel like
God confirmed what we're doing.
And it's just like, just wait until we put some gas, and when we start like getting some more snowball traction to go, and more content and more ideas and just more. Yeah. And push the gas a little bit. Like you can grow.
I feel like, you know, like if you go towards like a vehicle, because the person we're about to have next is about vehicles, right?
Yeah.
I look at it like we're just shining the rims before we even can. Like we're just cleaning the outside.
We don't even got the rims yet, bro.
We're cleaning the outside of our
stock.
car. Like we're over here buffing our car out with stuff. Like I just really see like God's just like, it's like he's showing us a little peek of what's about to happen.
Yeah.
There's some goals that I will share with you outside of the camera. But 22, I had a crazy dream that felt real realistic. And I had it in the beginning of me and Ashley's dating, when we started dating. We're going into our 7th year together.
Yep.
As a couple, you know, in 22. And I told her, like, I felt like in these last 6 years that we've been together, God was just building a very strong foundation. And I said, girl, these walls are about to be built in 22. I feel like, you know, number 7 is the number of God, number of completion. I feel like God's getting ready to complete everything that he has promised us. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I know it is because the last couple weeks have been a challenge. We've had a lot of things just in our realm, just like with family, with Ashley's grandfather. Yeah. Just a couple other things, even with like my grandma's still just dealing with what she's dealing with.
For sure.
And my mom, we don't know what's wrong with her. She's just she's sick right now, but it's not COVID. My mom don't even go outside. Like, it's not COVID. It's not that.
Everyone's
She's
sick
just,
right now,
she's,
man.
No, but she's dealt with this rare, like, just ill. Like, her body hurts all the time and this and that. Wow. And I had the dream, and it was just like, it was so realistic. Like, I just know that God really, like, there's something that has to break.
He's stirring it, bro. And,
you know?
Yeah, I mean, I could even honestly say that over probably the good last year, 2021 was just a weird, like, hidden year, I feel like. And at least for my family, it's just like no church, you know, like we didn't have a home church, and, you know, we weren't doing really online ministry anymore, and just trying to figure out all that. And then that kind of turned into, like, I started feeling like I was hiding. Yeah. You know? And just over the probably last week or two, like, outside of the viral thing and outside of all that, just with kind of just, you know, plowing the ground again, just getting back to work with you. And because everything we do is centered around our faith and around pointing people back to Jesus, because that's just who we are. But just going back to doing this, and it's just like, I texted you this too. I was like, I feel God tugging at me again. Like, it's just this weird feeling that I get, and I'm sure you get. It's just like unsettled, almost sick to your stomach feeling. And that's when I know, like,
I've been like that for the last 2 weeks.
What's good, God?
Yeah.
Like, what is good right now? You know? And it's just like time to come out of hiding now. You know, I know you had to fix some things. I had to remove some things from your life, and I had to point out some areas to, like, fix this, because we're not going to be able to go to the next level if we don't. Yeah. Whether it's pride, whether it's people, whether it's finances, you know, whatever it is. And
it's like we got hit really hard with our finances lately.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, like, some stuff that, like,
I'm with you, bro.
Left me like
Panic attacks.
Like almost like, I can say I don't deal with anxiety, thank God.
Yeah.
But boy, that I feel like it was about to come, and it almost led me to. It reminded me of when I lost everything, when me and Ashley got married.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that, and I was in. I don't know why, but the restroom is like where I find really like taking a shower, even shaving or whatever.
I'm not sure where that was going.
No.
Taking a shower.
No. Either I'm taking a shower, or shaving, or whatever. I don't know why, but I find like that's where my closest I feel with God.
You're alone. You're vulnerable.
Yes, and for some reason I usually leave the door locked, just because I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
And I left the door unlocked for some reason, and actually I came in and I was just letting the water hit me.
Yeah.
And she was just like, she peeked in, and she was just like, "You almost done?" I was like, "Can I talk to you?" And we always keep a chair because Isla, right? So she can get on her knees and brush her teeth, yada yada. And so I started to tell her how I felt. Normally, about a year ago, even up to maybe 5-6 months ago, I would hold it all in until I explode, and then it'd be argument. I praise report. We haven't argued in like 3 months.
Hey,
it's amazing. It feels amazing, because we did go through some marriage counseling, just because there's things within me. I was just really bitter towards some people, towards situations that's happened. Yada, yada.
Life.
Yeah, life. And so I was just telling her, like, I felt this weird, like, say, man, God, like, babe, I know God is like, I know it's about to happen.
Yeah.
But it's not that I'm scared. I just, like,
you feel this thing.
Like, man, God, like, I feel you. And I haven't felt it ever the way I've felt it lately. Even, like, even some people told me, like, yo, you okay? I was like, I'm good. And they're like, you good? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, they're like, no, Nemo, I was like, I'm just really focused on, for some reason. I don't know. God is really focusing me on something. I don't know what it is yet, but I think I know what it is. And I was just telling my wife how I felt, and she looked at me. She's like, babe, everything you've been praying for. She and my wife sees things before I do. That's
funny how that works.
Amazing thing that I love so much. I always say, God, if it's you, just give it to my wife and tell me. Let my wife tell me.
Yeah.
And she's like, babe, like, you're in, like, you're right there. Because I didn't come to YouTube to create YouTube for me to shine. It was never about that. I never wanted to do anything alone. From when I first started the first podcast. Yeah. I didn't want to do it alone. I remember I think I mentioned it to you, like, hey, you
actually asked me if I would do it with you.
And then I'm glad though you told me no.
I just didn't feel like I was ready. Not that you
told me no. I remember you had told me that, and I felt like, man, dude, like, I was like, man, God, like, I had to go through this year and a half.
Bro, hindsight is insane.
I had to go through this year and a half. And while, some of the things were my fault, I don't still think they were my fault. I think it was just God telling me, like, I know I need you to go through this because I need you to know what you're about to get out of this. Sheesh. And so many times,
preaching in here,
they have, like I said, man, there's people that send me videos, and I tell them kindly, like, just, I don't want to see them. Yeah. And even my brothers and everything, they're like, Nemo, they always said, you're going to be the first, like, wealthy person in our family. And I always tell them, I was like, well, I'm already wealthy. Yeah. Because my heart and my mind is already full of wealth. Free. I was like, it's not that. I was like, I don't need a certain number in my account to consider myself at wealth. I really feel like it's my mindset and it's my heart. And God really took a lot of things out of my heart and my mind in these last year and a half. Yeah. Like some really things that I really needed to battle with, to the point where like I've never felt so free, man. And then now, like, me and my wife just doing this calorie deficit thing, just everything revolved around
this calorie deficit.
Yeah, because that's the way I say it. Because it's like, I don't know, I don't necessarily see not that I don't see, like, I don't know. Just my wife said, let's try it.
Yeah.
And it's worked. Because
Oh,
I've
no.
lost 7 pounds.
Being in a calorie deficit will make you lose weight.
I went from like eating like 6,000 to 8,000 calories
to
like 2,200.
That's really low, actually. What's do you know your maintenance
You're supposed to
calorie
have,
level?
I think you're supposed to have only 20. I think
Everyone's different.
For my body, I think they told me like 2,500.
2,500 your maintenance?
I think they told me no more than 3.
3,000?
No more than 3.
Because you have like a maintenance level of calories.
Yeah.
That's a different podcast. But
Yeah. No, of course. I know you know about that.
I just a little bit, not too much. But yeah, man, I think we can kind of leave off. I had some more things to talk about, but I think that's really good. I don't know. I definitely, bro, like even when you were speaking, like I just kind of felt, I feel like God's always in the room, but I definitely felt him just kind of like, as you were talking and just like, dang God, you're really doing something with this little podcast, with these little cameras that we got.
Thing that we think it's just, this is,
yeah.
It's like, I feel like God laughs at us like, hey, you really think this is it?
Funny. I can do it with anything. I can do it with a phone.
You know, I don't know. It's just crazy, man.
I'm with you, but I think we can cut it there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good.
So I actually, once before we cut it, I know we had a few comments about they want it on Spotify because people like to listen.
Too.
Did you?
Yeah. I know my brother told me he wants to Spotify, and I think he said if he can get on Google.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. So we'll work on getting it on Spotify. I'll work on getting it on Apple. It just takes a little bit more work, but
Apple's no joke.
Yeah.
But I think everyone goes to Spotify more than anything.
I've gotten just Spotify questions, so we'll work on getting it on both just because I think it's already kind of set up for it. Just got to activate it for the most part and figure that out. But yeah, thank you guys for, do you have anything else to say before we close it?
No.
No?
I think we're good.
Thank you guys for watching and supporting. I know we've gotten a few comments from people like shouting us out, and I know I had some friends on their podcast say some nice words about us, so I haven't told you that yet. Yeah, keep supporting. Like this video. Drop some comments to us if you guys have seen the grind. What are you guys up to creatively? And we just appreciate the support. So until next time, peace, y'all.
See ya.